Wow. Hello. Here we are. I'm going to turn my music off. Welcome. I'm delighted you could join me this morning. I've been having some technical adventures here with my setup and everything else. But I mean, that's to be expected. So I'm working on making a live stream, but that might be coming down the pipe. So I will have to make adjustments to my plans around that. But for this morning, I wanted to share a little bit about my process and show you some things that have been informing my artistic, creative curiosity in this last week. I have a meditation practice, meditation, prayer and meditation, and I've been very interested in making art connected to awareness of my breath. And that has always seemed to me to be a very fabulous way to get into the present moment and fully aware with what's coming off the tip of the brush. As I'm sort of delving into this, I'm expecting to see lots of evolution in the process as it comes down the pipe. But to start, I'm going to show you some fun stuff I've been doing. I've been doing calligraphy as part of this process. And most recently, what I've started to do is make the calligraphy even more simple than letters, to really just make a brush stroke connected to my breath awareness and see where it leads. Well, it's not going to lead to really super fabulously drawn art at this point, but I'm very curious to see how the process affects the product. And sometimes when you're making a big step in a different approach to process the product, well, you know, the quality will take a little bit of a dip, so to speak, because I'm going to simplify it oh so much, really simplify it. But attaching my breath awareness to the brushstroke is really some of the things that I want to share with you this morning. I may actually get to the mandala. I have not yet finished. I have a mandala on the go. And that might be for another day, because I just wrote a blog post about training your inner critic to be constructive. And I'm going to be connecting the blog post to my own personal approach to my mandala. So that might very well be another day, another live stream. We'll see how that goes. But I'm excited to share this with you. I've just posted in my blog the other day, I can't remember, was it yesterday? I posted about Zen circles. And so, yeah, Zen circles. So I'm going to see what I can do. I'm going to move my camera now over to the gooseneck clamp. Bear with me as I adapting to all this technology. It's a big study. And unfortunately, I do not have access to tech support in my home. And because of the pandemic, I'm not even going to be getting my nephew to come in to help me. So I'm just walking through this the best I can. And thank you for your patience. It's developing and growing. I have a lot of great stuff to share with you. So, we're going to have a blast. I'm really looking forward to it, but just be a little patient. I've got to get my webcam over to the gooseneck clamp and wrestle with that so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, don't be afraid. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here is the gooseneck clamp is totally in the wrong spot. I was painting a larger picture yesterday for a group of students, and it's up way too far. It's really, you have to be a very strong person to manipulate these clamps. I tell you, holy moly. Okay, I got a wire in the way. I can fix that. So yeah, we're just adapting with the... Yep, we're just adapting with this. Thank you again for your patience. Yay. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm good with that. Oh, okay. I've got the gooseneck clamp a little bit at an angle, and because I'm left-handed, I usually slant my paper this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to angle the gooseneck clamp so my paper is a square with the screen, but it's actually at an angle for me. This is my left hand, and this is the hand that I use. Okay, so this is how it works with the breathing awareness. I'm breathing in and I'm breathing out. So I understand that there's a difference between awareness and thinking. You will notice when you sort of get caught up in your thinking, very often your thinking is driven by a part of the brain that is connected to survival. Some meditation teachers would call this the monkey mind. But that part of the brain, concerned about survival, there's a lot of really interesting and important survival elements that need to be addressed in daily life. However, when you go into meditation, we need to sort of take those concerns and just put them on the back burner. They're going to come up, and then I'm going to say, oh yeah, I'm going to separate my monkey mind thinking from my awareness. So there's actually, you have the capacity to observe that. And it's the observation of the thinking that's the goal with meditation. So meditation can have different focuses, but ultimately the goal is to make a separation between the monkey mind and awareness of the monkey mind. Okay, the monkey mind likes to think it's really super important, and is going to throw up a whole lot of resistance to this process because, all of a sudden it becomes incredibly important that you may be running out of something like toilet paper. And then the monkey mind's going to send up a lot of anxiety about that. You know what? It's just what it does. And if you know that and certain anxiety come up during this process, it's just like, oh, yeah, I see that. And I'm going to keep on focusing on my awareness. When you are doing this as an art practice, the focus is the brushstroke in the moment and the breath. Traditionally, meditation is simply focusing on the breath. But when I'm connecting that practice to my art making, then I'm just going to focus on my breathing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like moving meditation that's connected to my breathing. and my brush is moving. Okay, that's what I did. I did that for quite a while, not yesterday, the day before, and I found it to be a very pleasant practice. So I have just this nice little round brush. It's a number 12. And I've been doing this practice with my liquid acrylics. You could do it with ink if you want. I would whatever paint you choose. Maybe a flowing type of paint would be better. So I'm putting. I have this is acrylic medium mixed with water, and I put a little bit of this in my palette, so that when I put my brush into the paint, it's not too thick and it will flow off nicely. So I'm loading up my brush. Okay, and now as a right-handed person, you would start on this side and move that way. As a left-handed person, I'm starting over here because I don't want to get the paint all over my hand. So, yeah, whatever. So I'm going to breathe in, and I'm just going to explain this for a little bit so that you can get the feeling of it. So I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. Okay. In, I'm going to start pulling the brush along. So when I breathe out, I'm going to press a little deeper. And when I breathe in, I'm going to pull it up a little bit. So press it out, breathe out, pull it up, breathe in, out, down, up, in. That's basically, it's very simple, but it takes a lot of focus to be able to do it. So, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. Okay, I think you're probably getting the idea. I find with any meditation practice, the monkey mind is going to throw up a lot of resistance. So usually when you start this, what I find anyways, when you start doing this sort of practice, when you start settling in, there's going to be a certain point where you're going to take a deep breath. That means your body's sort of relaxing into the present moment. And that's really, really great. That's where all the benefits, the health benefits from meditation, a lot of that comes from just being able to relax. However, when the monkey mind is not the center of your attention, there's a internal resistance to that. That part of your mind is not liking it and doesn't like to share focus with other stuff. So you will find resistance, whether it be some sort of anxiety about, did I leave the iron on after I ironed my shirt? Or is there enough groceries in the fridge? Or, oh goodness, I've got to go to the bathroom now. As is the case with me right now. So I'm going to go take care of that. I'm going to be right back. And when I get back, I'm going to show you Zen circles. Yeah. Okay. Fabulous. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so you know what? I'm just going to do a couple more rows of this practice. I think I'm going to call this practice the breathing brush. Yeah, the breathing brush. So I have a dual awareness, a lot of awareness actually. I'm focusing on I've got to focus, if I separate all the actions out, I've got to move my arm along. So I got to I'm just pulling it. So if you're right-handed, you will pull that way. If you're left-handed, you will pull that way. If you're left-handed, don't start at this end and try to shove your brush into this. That will be so frustrating for you. I know this for a personal fact that that's an awful way to paint. When you're left-handed, you want to pull your brush. And when you're right-handed, you want to pull your brush. If you're right-handed, it's the traditional way you start when you're writing stuff is you start at the left and you go over to the right. That's perfect because the wet part here, I'm not going to get it on my hand. If you're left-handed and you try to do that, there's two problems right off the get-go. You're going to be shoving your brush into the stroke and you're going to be wiping your hand on the wet part. Oh, don't do that. Take it from a left-handed artist that if you're left-handed, start on the right side and pull is so much better. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So if you're right-handed, start on the left side and pull that way. If you're left-handed, start on the right side and pull that way. Easy, better. And that's what I'm doing. So if you're right-handed, just do it the opposite way. Okay. And let's see if we can have some patience with this. Sometimes when I'm always telling my students this, when you really need to get up a good focus, you want your brain to work well. Breathing deeply allows your oxygen level to come up. And when you have more oxygen, your brain functions better and your focus improves. So sometimes when you want to have a really deep meditation practice, deep breathing before you start is actually a great way to kick it off. So that being said, maybe 3 deep breaths or up to 18, depending on your patience. And yeah, but in this instance, I'm just going to do 3 deep breaths and I'm going to start. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. I quite enjoy doing that. Yeah. Zen brush. The breathing brush. Yeah. The breathing brush. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I think that that's enough for today. I'm going to show you a little bit more tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Next Friday. Because I've promised to do this once a week. And I had planned to do a live stream, but and I've done some YouTube live, not realizing that live stream makes me have the encoding software as opposed to straight out of YouTube. So yeah, there's going to be some technical process involved in actually being able to live stream. But for now, I think that that's enough. That's what I'd like to share with you for now. It's actually I was finding this process, even though I was doing it YouTube Live, which isn't possibly the best place to get totally focused and relaxed. Okay, but even though I'm doing this live stream, not live stream, but I'm live or whatever, it was still peaceful. And sometimes that's a good thing, and especially as we're navigating a pandemic, a practice that enhances peace. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And it was fun. And I think that this blue color is very lovely. So that enhances my appreciation. I got a really nice brush. And yeah, this is just a piece of printer paper. So as I go into this process, I'm thinking that it will allow me to eventually start talking about I'll do Zen circles next, and then eventually I might be able to start to do brush strokes that I can assemble into letter shapes. But one step at a time. Yeah, one step at a time. This was fun. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, so that's enough for today. So let's see what I can do here. Here we go. Here we are. That's me again, Ms. Judith, signing off. And hope you enjoy a breathing brush art practice. It's not necessarily that you're going to have a great product that you want to put on your website or even on the fridge, but it's actually a great practice to start your art practice, whatever else you may be doing. I'm really loving it. Yeah, so enjoy this, and I'll see you next Friday. Yeah, okay. Bye now. Yeah, I'm going to show you these beautiful strokes close while I figure out how to turn this thing off. Okay, bye-bye now.